Welcome to the Triston Dunn Show. I am your host, Triston, and today we are going to jump right in. We got a lot to talk about. Unfortunately, though, we start the week 0-1. I had the Bears, and man, you know what's funny about the Bears is like I've never seen a team that is so close but so far at the same time. I mean, in the first half, I think they got within the 10 and 5 yard line like two or three times and came up with no points. So we got the Bama and Tennessee game on right now. Tennessee is whooping Alabama's ass, man. Tennessee, they might be the real deal. So yeah, we started the week 0-1. Our overall record last week was 9-7, and then our overall record for the season is 43-33-1. We're about to jump into week 6. Last week was pretty average. So yeah, I think we're gonna jump right into Baltimore versus New York. So one of the things we were talking about in the Discord is I think Grizz said there was 5 or 6 games this week that have like a 2 point spread on it. So Vegas thinks it's going to be a close week, and I would agree. There's a lot of games that are really tough to pick, and especially from a spread standpoint. But what that does is it brings money lines and the money line odds down to the a reasonable bet. So it's one of those weeks where you bet the money line and you don't take a chance on the spread. So we're gonna go right to New York. We have Baltimore versus the Giants. I probably should turn this game off so I can focus, but I got money on the Bama game. I just took a live bet. We just tried to. I'm gonna try and get Bama plus 10.5. Cross my fingers on that one. So Ravens versus Giants. I don't know. This is a good Giants team with their coach Brian Daboll, but I don't think they stand a chance against the Ravens. I think this is as far as spreads go, this is one that I will probably be betting. I will probably be hitting Baltimore minus 5.5, but I would like to try and catch the Ravens money line. Let's just say early the Giants go up 7-0. It'll probably bring the Ravens money line down to minus 150, and I'll probably hit that. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Ravens as our first pick of the season of the week season. Jesus, Bengals versus Saints. This is not a good Saints football team. They are dogs in this game, as they should be. And I like the Bengals to win this game outright in New Orleans. The Bengals have not looked great this year, but the Saints defense is trash. I expect the Bengals defense to get offense to get back on track this week, and I mean really just put their foot on the Saints' throat. So I'm going Bengals. Jaguars versus Colts. I really like the Jags in this game. Just straight up. I know they lost last week to the Texans, but the Jags own the Colts. I really wish this game was in Jacksonville because I really would be on Jags heavy, but I'm going to go Jags in this one. I think the Colts they're struggling, man. I mean, they should have stomped the Broncos. I mean, because the Broncos they're so bad, man. They are so bad, but I'm gonna go Jags in this game. Vikings versus Dolphins. I think it's important to note Tua come out of the concussion protocol, but I don't think he's ready this week. He'll be ready to play next week. Um, I like the Vikings straight up in this game, and I don't think it's going to be close. Teddy Bridgewater doesn't matter. I think Tyreek Hill's questionable. This is actually a line that it's tempting to bet it early because like today or tonight before tomorrow comes around because if I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of money coming in on the Vikings late tomorrow, and it's probably going to make the line go up. This shouldn't be a close game. I think the Vikings have this one. The spread is even intriguing at 3. So the next one we got Browns versus Patriots. This one's tough because the Patriots looked so good last week. And I actually don't know if Mac Jones is coming back or not. I haven't, I saw he was questionable and I saw that he was at practice, but I didn't see if they were going to let him play. I didn't see that if he even had a chance of playing. But I think the fact that this game is in Cleveland, it makes me like the Browns. So I'm going to take the Browns straight up at home. The next one is so like we were talking about on the coach's call show. This game was we talked a lot about this game in particular, the Packers versus the Jets. So one of two things I think is going to happen in this game. We are either going to get a pissed off Aaron Rodgers for getting embarrassed in London, and we're going to get a blowout, or the Jets team is kind of who I think they are, and they keep this game close. I think so. Just for the pick for this podcast, we're going Packers. But for the show, for the other show, we do spread picks. And I really think the Jets can cover this 7.5 spread. And I really think it's too many points. I think, we talk a lot about teams that need to target specific positions to get better, to kind of get them over the hump. Green Bay is one of those teams that needs to be looking at a receiver to get on their team. I get it. They're trying to build these young receivers up. Allen Lazard is probably the most veteran receiver on that team, but it's not enough. They really need another, like, I wouldn't say elite, but just like a top wide receiver one to really get them over the hump. So I'm going Packers though. Next is an interesting game. And what's even more interesting is the line has moved. So the 49ers go to Atlanta to play the Falcons. The Falcons this year are 5-0 against the spread. They have covered every single game that they've played in. That being said, I do not see them covering this game. But when we did the podcast the other night, the spread was 5.5. It has since now moved to 4.5. So that tells me people are hitting Atlanta to cover this spread just because they are undefeated. But I don't. They're undefeated against the spread. But I don't see it. This is a really good 49ers team. I got to watch them play straight up. And I mean, I know it was the Panthers, and I thank them for getting Matt Rule fired. I will credit the 49ers blowing us out to helping in that cause. But I think the 49ers are going to be too much for Atlanta. Because even against Tampa Bay last week, like, they had so many opportunities to beat Tampa, and they just couldn't do it. Like, it's like they would start making progress down the field, and then just they start coming backward, flag, bad play, and they just lost so many opportunities to actually beat Tampa, and I thought they had a chance, but they didn't. So I like the 49ers in this one. Speaking of Tampa, they travel to Pittsburgh. The line on this game is 9.5, and I think, as bad as I want to take the Steelers in this game, that is a bad football team, man. This is probably I don't think Mike Tomlin has ever had a losing season as the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach, but I think he will this season. It'll be his first one. So give me Tampa in this game. It's not really that difficult on that one. Cardinals versus Seahawks. The Cardinals traveled to Seattle for a 4:00 game, 4:00 Eastern. And this one's tough. This is one of those -2 games, +2 games. The money line is very close. The Cardinals are favored in this game. And as bad as I don't want to do it, I'm going to take the Cardinals in this game. Although I'm not going to count Seattle out. Geno Smith has been a pleasant surprise for Seahawks fans. He has been every bit good, if not better, than Russell Wilson has been the last 2 seasons for them. So I see no reason why the Seahawks couldn't win this game other than their defense just being trash. I think really what this game is going to come down to is which defense is going to be better, and I'm just going to go with the Cardinals on that. All right. So now we're going to skip the Panthers Rams game, of course. But hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Sprinkle a little bit on the Panthers money line. It's one of those situations where the team got better by Matt Rule leaving, getting fired. Like, and of course, it's like everybody's gonna be like, well, of course. Well, of course they got better. Their coach sucked. Yes. But the guy they replaced him with, he has been around a long time. He knows how to get back to the winning ways of which we were in the mid 2010s. And I think this is not a good Rams football team. This is not a Rams football team that should be given 10, even at home. Number one, that is too many points. 10 points is way too many points. I would be shocked if the Rams cover 10 here. I really would. That being said, it's definitely possible, but I just don't see it happening. So sprinkle. Just do a little sprinkle. That's all I'm saying. So now game of the week. We actually have two really good back-to-back games this week, which we got to fix this Bama game. It paused. We need Bama to get back right really bad. So we have two really good games. We have a really good 4:00 game, then we have a really good Sunday night football game. This next 4:00 game, we got the Bills versus the Chiefs. And man, it's a tough one. But I'm going with the Chiefs. For the simple fact, Chiefs are at home. I saw a stat where I think Patrick Mahomes is undefeated as a dog. Whenever Mahomes has been not favored, he is undefeated. So give me Mahomes, man. Give me Mahomes as a dog. I think, if you want my honest opinion, I think this game should be a pick 'em. I don't think there should be a favored line in this game. I really think this game should be just a straight up minus 110 versus minus 110. Pick who you think is going to win. I love the over in this game for obvious reasons. Two of the best quarterbacks in the game, two of the best offenses in the game. 54 points does not seem like enough. And I'm sure the Sharps are going to hammer the under. This game should soar over. It should soar over. So give me the Chiefs. Sunday night football, we have the Dallas Cowboys playing the Philadelphia Eagles. This line has moved a half a point. It was 6 the other day at 6.5. Now, I think that's too many points. I really think that's too many points. This is a field goal game. These are, it's number one, it's a division game. So that means I automatically like the under. We have the Cowboys, who have a great defense. The Eagles defense statistically has been good this year. They haven't played nobody yet, but statistically they have been good. So with all that being said, who do I think is going to win this game? Give me Dallas. Give me the Dallas Cowboys on the road. I think this defense is going to be too much for the Eagles to handle. I might be wrong on that, but give me Dallas. Monday Night Football. We got this is a layup if I've ever seen one. And like everybody else, I am sick and fucking tired of watching the Broncos on primetime. I mean, I am so freaking tired of watching the Broncos play Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. Like, get these dudes off of primetime, man. They're not good. So, with all that being said, give me the Chargers. I said it last week on the Coach's Call show that the easiest bet of the entire week last week was 49ers minus 6.5. It was not enough points, and it was, if we want to use the L word, lock, it was the lock of the week. It was the easiest bet on the board. The 49ers spread was last week. This is the easiest bet on the board this week. Chargers minus 4.5. Monday Night Football, Chargers -4.5 is the easiest bet on the entire board, all of the slate this week. So, I mean, the Broncos are trash. Give me Justin Herbert at home at that. And that's a show, folks. We're going to wrap it up there. Let's have a day tomorrow. Join the Discord. We're going to be in there all day betting games, live betting games. For good live betting opportunities, you need to get in there. And with all that being said, I bid you farewell. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.